Yo, what is up, everybody? If you guys could just give me a thumbs up here, let me know that we are streaming live. You can hear me. This is the first time I've gone live in quite a significant amount of time. Welcome, everybody. Thumbs up. Cool. So, some big changes going on in my life, in my career. Most people have known me as Cameron Fous, the day trader, for 14 years. For those who don't know my story, I started trading when I was 20 years old, and I did it for 3 years in college, started my first website in 2006, basically documenting my journey as a day trader. And by 2008, I had to make the decision to continue going to school or drop out and basically launch my first digital product, as well as be a full-time day trader and start teaching people how to make money online. And this was in 2008. So over 10 years ago, I've been into this game of not only day trading, one, learning a skill set, mastering it, and becoming an authority in that space, but also learning how to take a skill set and actually leverage it online by selling a product or online course about how to actually utilize that skill set. And this is something that's been coming more and more into the limelight just as of late. We're seeing online courses or more e-commerce things coming into light as more and more popular, especially as more and more people come to the realization that the education system is failing them in the sense of being able to do things that they actually want to do or live life on their terms, as opposed to the education system is traditionally either to create workers in the workforce or someone with an extremely specialized skills, such as getting your doctorate to be a doctor or a surgeon or something like that. And so, a lot of people, are becoming freelancers to utilize skill sets and do one-on-one services, or they're just going to school and they're ending up in these 9-to-5s that they're unhappy with. So selling your skill sets is a huge industry, and that's basically kind of what I'm transitioning into, teaching people how to do as opposed to day trading. Why are some reasons behind that? One, I've been a day trader for 14 years. And anything you do for 14 years, you lose that fire, you lose that passion. And it's just not something that I personally, am extremely fired up about. That doesn't mean that it's not a good career path. The great thing about it is that I have a team of students who are all now running the company, Iconic Traders. And Michael Spinoza is actually a way better day trader than I am. So I completely trust Mike to be the head mentor at Iconic Traders. I'm still, a big part of the company. I own the company. I'm definitely going to be more so working on the business as opposed to in the business as, the face of the company, being a day trader, being a mentor, but I'm still definitely an authority in that space. I've been in the game for 14 years. And so, a lot of people, I did a Instagram question thing yesterday. I was like, hey guys, if you have questions for me in YouTube Live, drop them in my Instagram. And my problem is, is that 98% of them are all about day trading. And the fact is, I don't want to answer any questions about stocks. And this is exactly why I changed the name of my company from Fous for Trading to Iconic Traders, because I don't want to be a day trader anymore. It's not something that I'm truly interested in anymore. I did it for 14 years. I had my success. I had my fun. It opened the door to some amazing opportunities for me to be able to explore their passions. And this is something I talk about a lot from the standpoint of day trading. Is I don't think day trading is the end game if you go into it for a career. The best thing about day trading is that it provides so much freedom. The strategy that we teach in day trading is a 90-minute per day strategy. so that you can do what? You have more free time to explore other opportunities, explore other streams of income. And that's exactly what I did with my career as day trading, was explore other opportunities of income and other passions. And that's where it kind of led to me, learning more and more about creating content, creating YouTube content, mastering digital marketing, mastering sales funnels, mastering the art of the sale in a webinar, right? So that's kind of what all that free time led to. And that's where I kind of found more so passion in my life, as opposed to the actual day trading. And that's kind of why I've definitely taken a big step back from day trading. And a lot of people are asking me, do you still day trade anymore? I don't. I stopped day trading a year ago, and I haven't been day trading. But that doesn't mean that the products that we sell at Iconic Traders aren't extremely valuable. It doesn't mean that I'm not an authority in the space. It doesn't mean that Michael Spinoza is not one of the top 10 traders in the world and helping out with Iconic Traders, and he's now the head trader at Iconic Traders. But this is just something personally that I had to do, and I definitely wanted to clear the air about, what's going on in my life, because I'm fucking sick of people asking me if I day trade, and I don't. And, it's not that I don't think day trading can be a great career path. It's just something I did for 14 years, and I'm not interested in it anymore. I want to see what else I can do with my life. And I think, a lot of people can relate to the situation of being stuck in a situation that you don't want to be in and you're unhappy. And that's kind of where I've been for the last 5 years as a day trader, just trying to figure out okay, I've been doing this for 10 years now and I'm not happy. I need to start making some transitions to figure out how I can be happy. What am I going to do? And I actually created an Instagram account called Alpha Life Inc. 5 years ago, because it was the starting process of okay, I need to start making a career change and start doing something else so that I can start focusing on being happy and being more fulfilled in my life. And that turned into Iconic eventually. So, this has been a long time coming. And it's just something I really needed to get off my chest and totally rebrand myself. And that's what I'm so pumped about. I've kind of been extremely quiet on social media the last 6 months or so, and it's mostly because I've been working behind the scenes getting ready to launch Iconic, creating probably the best course in the industry on how to create and sell and market online courses. I've gone through a lot of other people's programs where they're teaching similar things, and while they are good, but I do think, mine is definitely a revolutionary way of looking at it and a much better way of approaching it with authenticity. A lot of marketers you see out there, myself included, as the way that I used to approach marketing was a lot of lifestyle marketing. And I do believe lifestyle marketing should definitely be included in your marketing, but there has to be a happy balance. The fucking Lambo lifestyle shit is so played out, and I'm so sick of seeing it. And I did it for a while, and yes, it works, but you can only do this so long before, portraying this image over and over again starts to eat away at you. While that does create sales for your business, it also creates a lot of, one, it creates the wrong customer, not people I'm interested in helping. I do want to help people get rich and be able to afford the things that they want, buy material goods. But the biggest problem that I think society has, shaped the way we look at success is by poisoning our mind, by looking at social media thinking that success is material goods, because that's what we see in the movies, that's what we see on social media, oh wow, look at all these things that these people have. And then it turns to us focusing on our wants, thinking that if we can fulfill the things that we want, that's going to give us fulfillment and give us happiness. When the fact is, we have to reverse engineer what makes us happy. And it really boils down to focusing on the things that we need over the things that we want. What do we need? We need positive relationships. We need physical and mental health. We need to have passion for our career. And another big thing for me is sunlight. I grew up in the Pacific Northwest, Eugene, Oregon, where it's rainy 9 months of the year. And there's something called seasonal affective disorder, and I definitely felt that by being in a gloomy state for the majority of my life, up until I was 20, and then I moved to San Diego, California, where I lived for 10 years. For the last 3 years, I now just chase summer. Wherever the sun goes, I go in the world. So, it's been pretty crazy, and that's what I want to help people do with Iconic, which is basically, what am I doing at Iconic is I'm going to help entrepreneurs, creators, agencies, influencers, anybody who's interested in selling a skill set or has a skill set and thinking about creating a course, or anybody who is doing a one-on-one service and they haven't been able to scale past that because all their time goes into only being able to manage like 5 to 10 clients. You can leverage your skill set by selling a course and have your course being sold 24/7, 365 through a live automated webinar in an automated marketing system, so that you can create students every day all over the world, as opposed to having one-on-one clients all the time who are extremely, nitty gritty, nitpicky, and create a lot of stress in your life. And there's nothing worse than stress in your life. And stress fucking sucks. It's not fun. And everything I've been doing for the last 5 years has just been nothing but stress for me. Running the trading company has been stress for me. It hasn't been fun for me. And so that's kind of why, I wanted to create a new company and do something that I'm actually passionate about doing and having fun doing. What do I love doing? I love creating YouTube videos. I love creating content, and I love talking about things that I want to talk about. If you talk about day trading for 14 years, it's kind of a drag to continue talking about it, right? And that's anything in your life. I'm sure 10 years from now, after launching this company, I'm gonna be like, well, fuck, now what? Now what do I wanna do? I'm sick of talking about entrepreneurship, talking about webinars, right? So I don't think you should limit yourself to, one thing in your life. And a lot of that has to do with limiting beliefs. Like, I can't do this. There's still part of me, coming clean about this and stepping into a new industry that I'm not exactly known for, even though I've been in the online course game for over a decade, more than most people that you see doing this. There's still kind of that sense of nervousness. It's called the fog of war. It's like not knowing what's gonna happen. Right? I'm getting ready to launch this company, but I don't know what's gonna happen. I have confidence that the product that I'm selling and the service I'm providing is extremely good. I've put a lot of time into this. It's the best course I've ever put together. But there's still that fog of war, that sense of uncertainty, kind of right? We all have that feeling. And that's just a limiting belief, saying, I can't do this because people don't know me in that space. And that, is also comes down to when people, that if they start thinking about selling an online course, they're like, well, I don't really have authority, or people don't know who I am, right? But you don't become authority until you actually start. And you become an expert at something by doing it, right? So you don't become an expert and an authority in anything by just sitting around doing nothing. Like, for instance, how I got started in day trading was I started a blog, and I did it for free for 2 years in college. And what did I do? I built up an authority in this space until the point where I became a very popular day trading blogger in college before I ever launched any sort of product. Because one, I was scared. I was just this drunk college kid running this blog kind of behind the scenes, and I didn't have the confidence to actually, launch a product behind it. I was young. This was back before Facebook, before Instagram, before YouTube, before really any sort of social media. It was a blog. That's what people did. They wrote blogs, and I was also contributors at other different publications. So the game has changed, and like I said, you could say I'm a pioneer in the game of selling online courses, selling digital products. The technology out there makes it so much easier. Like, what we're doing in our 8-week program at Iconic Entrepreneur is, basically a 100% complete copy and paste blueprint for exactly what I do: my funnels, my landing pages, my emails, how to structure your YouTube content, how to structure your Instagram content. It's all plug and play, ready for you to basically just rethink of it, implement your branding, identify your niche, and you just use this blueprint to do what I do, which is basically sell online courses, making $50,000 to $150,000 per month in an automated manner. With most of those sales, the vast majority all coming from organic content. Now, advertising is very important, and it's a great way to scale. But the thing is, there's actually gonna be a part 2 on advertising coming out from myself. But for the most part, agencies are not easy to work with. Now, you're going to see a lot of different people selling SMMA courses out there as well, which, you know, it's a big industry. It's big. That's what Ty Lopez started, the SMMA kind of thing, as well as like Sam Ovens and other people. The problem with agencies that I've experienced, when you hire them, what do? They go after the low-hanging fruit of the people that you've already created in your online business from your Instagram, YouTube following, Facebook, and they go after your targeted audience or your audience that you've already created, right? So, and then they come in and they say, look what we did, we performed for you. Look at this ROAS. And then what happens is literally you already created all those leads by organic content. They are already following you, they're already your fans. And then once they deplete that, then they go to cold traffic and then they get fired because they don't perform. And that's why most agencies, people fire them after, you know, the first 2 to 3 months. I actually just fired an agency this morning that was running my ads. So, you know, I've gone through about 5 agencies. They all fucking suck. You know, it's always a lot of false promises. And so how do you get beyond that? One, I think you need to do it for yourself, of which I'm going to be teaching as well in later on after we build out that course. But 2, the most important thing is I think you need to understand how to build organic content and how to get people to find you. And how do you do that? You do that with YouTube, such as I'm doing right here. YouTube is the #2 search engine in the world. And it's literally, as the quote goes, if you build it, they will come, right? And that's what I'm going to be teaching in my course called YouTube Fluence, is exactly how to create content and get the audience to come view it and get the fans that are exactly looking for what you're creating, right? And there's a way to do that. It's very, very simple. And a lot of people don't think about it. It's basically, people come to YouTube to search how to do something. That's what most people do on YouTube. They're like, okay, how do I what? So what do? You create content based on the top searches that people are looking for in your niche. And you create the exact content that they're looking for. And so that's basically how YouTube works. If you build it, they will come. But there's an exact way of doing this, an exact way of telling a good story so that people get on the hook and they want to know more, right? There's an algorithm in YouTube that you have to master, and it has to do with how much watch time people are looking at your content. Are they engaged within the first 30 seconds? You know, what is your hook? And so that's also what I'm going to be teaching, exactly how to structure and script your YouTube content. Then there's also Instagram. A lot of people think, myself included, that Instagram is where all the action is. And while there is a lot of attention, I don't pick up my phone and start scrolling through YouTube like, what am I gonna watch today? I don't do that, but I do that every day on Instagram. I just look, see what's going on, but it's all bite-sized content, right? And YouTube is not a search engine. Instagram is not a search engine. It's not something where if you just build it, they will come. Instagram is extremely difficult to grow on. Unless you got a great ass, great abs, and you look like a model, you're likely not going to grow very fastly on Instagram, other than creating valuable content. But still, it's very difficult for people to find you if you're creating value. So really, the #1 focus should always be YouTube. When I did a poll on my Instagram, it said, hey, how did you guys all find me? Where did they all find me? They all found me on YouTube, right? So the #1 focus should always be on YouTube. It's the #2 search engine in the world, so you create content for exactly what people are searching for. It's quite simple. But again, there is more complication to it by understanding the algorithm, understanding how to script your YouTube video, and understanding what kind of content to create. And that's basically what we're going to be creating and talking about in my 8-week program, is how to brand yourself so you can actually sell your skill set through online courses, just as I've done with my iconic trading programs that I've been selling and made millions of dollars over the years by selling my content. And there's something I call the verbal method, VERBAL. That's value, empathy, verbal, results, benefits, authenticity, and lifestyle, right? So previously, all I did was lifestyle. I had the last L of verbal. But if you get all those aspects, that's how you create a really good piece of content, especially in vlogs. And so that's also something to be talking about in all your content, is the verbal method, VERBAL. So, to answer everybody's questions, a lot of them were about day trading, and I'm not going to answer any of those questions. And so, because I don't day trade anymore. But here's the thing. I'd like you to do me a favor right now. If you are on this channel and you came to my channel and you subscribe to this channel for day trading content, I would actually love for you to respectfully unsubscribe from this channel. Unless you're interested in learning about entrepreneurship, personal development, digital courses, YouTube, Instagram, all that stuff, social media marketing. And the alternative is we have the Iconic Traders YouTube channel. So you can go to youtube.com/IKNK Traders and go subscribe over there, because we're gonna have more and more content coming out that's gonna be created by Michael Spinoza and Robert, who are gonna both be creating content about day trading. But if you are on my channel and you're only here for day trading content and that's what you're looking for, I respectfully ask you to unsubscribe from my channel. And the reason being that is because, one, you're not gonna get any day trading content. And two, is that you're probably gonna kill my algorithm, right? The YouTube looks at how many people are watching your content and how long they're watching it for. So if you come to my channel and you're looking for day trading content and you watch a video and you're like, this isn't day trading, God damn it, Cam, what the fuck, right? You just ruined my fucking algo, right? So now, that's why I need you to unsubscribe if that's what you're looking for. So go to youtube.com/IKNK Traders, and that's where you're gonna get the content that you're looking for day trading. What else? Oh, merch. Look at this. Be iconic, baby. See this hat? There's also comes in black. It says be iconic. We come from the future. This is the hoodie. Then it's a little branded IKNK. And then on the back, we got a graphic. Says, only stars shine in black. So this is the hoodie. This is the hat. It also comes in black. It says be iconic on the side. Then the branding of IKNK on the back. We have white and black. The hoodie only comes in black. We also got the designer dad shorts with the iconic insignia logo, with some writing over here. Little branding, but these are actually super fucking comfortable shorts. The most comfortable shorts I have right now. We also have 2 shirts that I have underneath here. Oh God. But it says, we come from the future. Because I'm a forward-thinking company, all right? I'm thinking about the future, and you guys should think about the future as well. I'm gonna go ahead and link the Iconic merch. It's Iconic TV /merch is the link for the merch. But if you guys have any questions about what's going on, I would love to answer them. Again, there's only 50 pieces of each item in the Iconic merch store. If I can get the fucking link here. That is the merch store, guys. So we got the hoodie, boom. It's pretty fire, super comfy. Stars only shine in black. Be iconic. Booyah. We come from the future. Then we got the We Come From the Future tee. We got 2 aliens coming from the future with the Iconic branding. On the side, it's got a shoulder branding that says Be Iconic on the back. You can also get this in red or blue, which is pretty dope, or gray. And then the dad shorts, or we got the Brave Enough to Be Me. This is kind of like signifying my bravery to just kind of fucking come clean and like be like, yo, I don't fucking day trade anymore. and just this is my truth. This is not, I'm making a transition into what I want to be doing. And I know a lot of you guys are out there doing things you don't want to do. And so if this shirt connects with you, I definitely think you should purchase this because you need to fucking step out of your box. Step out of the situation that you don't want to be in anymore and be brave enough to be you. Be brave enough to do what you want to do in your life. So that's what this shirt means to me. Super dope shirt. I'm also a Leo, hence the lion. And lions are fucking badass. And then we got the two iconic Zaddy hats. And don't take my word for it. My mom just bought two. This is a little video from my mom. Where's the audio?
Of the design on the front is really nice, very intricate, and they did a really good job. So quality is great, and the fit's great. Love it.
See? My mom said so. Quality is great, fit's great. What more could you ask for from a real testimonial other than Cameron Fous' mom? Right? So it's iconic.tv, IKNK.TV/merch if you want any of this stuff. It's honestly great quality. Hoodie's dope. These shorts are like fucking extremely comfortable. The links in the bio. And if you guys have any Q&A here, I'm gonna go ahead and drop the link in the description. I'm gonna go ahead and look on the Instagram and see what the deal is. If I can answer any questions here that had nothing to do with day trading. Are you still trading, homie? The answer is no. That doesn't mean that the Iconic Traders team is not absolutely crushing it with Michael Spinoza as the head trader. Jonathan Perez asked, what is the hardest thing you encountered when you became a traveling digital nomad? I think there's definitely pros and cons, big time, for both. I've been traveling the world for almost 3 years now. And while there's the big euphoric, high at the beginning because you're in a new place like every week or every month as it was when I was first starting out, and there's nothing better than going to a new city and it's just being like a magical place. There's nothing cooler than exploring planet Earth, right? We get one fucking lifetime to see this place, and so many people are locked down in their office, 9 to 5, fucking home bubble with their friends doing nothing but going and doing the same thing over and over again. So traveling the world and seeing everything that this world has to offer over the last 3 years has been the most amazing experience of my entire life. And it's something I urge people to do. And that's what I want to help them do by being able to create an online business and having the freedom to do that. But that doesn't say that there isn't cons that come along with that. Some of the biggest cons, I think, that come with being a traveling nomad is one, traveling all over the place, spot to spot. Living out of a suitcase can definitely be very taxing all the time. That's why I stopped, and I've been in Bali for the last 6 months. And another thing is, while you do meet a lot of really amazing people on the road, you're building small relationships. You're not building big, meaningful relationships, because if you're only in a place for a couple weeks or a couple months at a time or a month at a time, you meet somebody and then you go. And then you got to go somewhere new and meet someone new because you're bored, right? You got to continually put in all this effort to continually network and continually meet new people. Well, it is good for, being an introvert myself, helping with, getting out of my comfort zone. It's also exhausting. And it also, sometimes you feel lonely because while you do meet a lot of cool people and you see a lot of amazing things, a lot of times it's all temporary. All your friends are temporary because you're like, well, I'm only here for a week. you're cool and all, but we can stay connected online, but are we gonna see each other ever again? I don't know. So that sense of like understanding and knowing most relationships you see and build, a lot of them are just temporary, is also kind of diminishing as well. Now, that doesn't mean that have not met a lot of cool people along the way that I still am great friends with and still keep in touch with. I've met a lot of amazing people along the way who I'm now, good friends with. But again, a lot of them are mostly online friendships, which a lot of us have anyways. But the problem with that is, what really gives us meaning and fulfillment, and what do we actually need? I think we need human interaction, actually live and in person for the most part. And when everything's done online, I think that can be damaging to your mental health. So that's something that I'm also looking forward to move back to LA or New York next year, is to have a little bit more grounding in my relationships. Because while traveling the world in 3 years is something everybody should be doing, there's nothing more amazing than seeing what this world has to offer. And I wouldn't replace that experience for anything. But again, I've been doing it for 3 years, a lot longer than most people. So yeah, it can be wearing on the relationship building part. And I think I'm ready to, get a little bit more grounded, be able to really focus on my business. When you're bouncing around all the time, when you're on this side of the world and my team is in the US, I'm completely 12 hours opposite. It makes it very difficult to run your business, and it creates a lot of stress. So, there's pros and cons, but I do believe everyone should get into a career where they have the freedom to pack their shit up and say yes to just about any opportunity that they want. Somebody says, hey man, do you want to go to fucking Bali next weekend? Like, sure, why not? Hey man, you want to go spend a month in Switzerland? Sure, why not, right? Like, that's where you should be at in your life. And that's where I am at in my life, and that's what I want to help people do as well. Thomas Eddy asked, where did you get the courage and motivation to walk away from success in day trading from now to selling, promoting courses, content to try to find your own courage? But it's tough and scared. Yeah, making a transition is extremely difficult. And, for me, it was really just coming to terms with the fact that I was really unhappy. And, I was like in a situation where I wasn't who I was anymore, and I was doing things that I didn't want to do to make money. And that's kind of coming to the realization also that money doesn't buy happiness. No matter what you're fucking doing, if you're not happy, if there's no amount of money that somebody can give you to make it worth it. Now, there's always a short-term high when you come into money, no matter what you're doing. You could hate what you're doing, and somebody's paying you $1 million for it. You're gonna get a short-term high from that, right? And you're like, wow, this is amazing. Like, I just made $1 million, even though I just was miserable doing that the whole time, right? The problem is that once that short-term high is gone and you have no purpose behind what you're doing, you're left with nothing. And so once the money coming in becomes emotionless and there is no fulfillment in the actual work you're doing, you have nothing. And that's where I felt like I was. I felt like I had nothing. And that led to me becoming extremely depressed and feeling like I had no purpose, and really just having to make that leap of faith, like, fuck this. Like, life's too short to be unhappy. And I need to go start doing things that I want to do to make money. Like, I don't give a fuck about the money anymore, right? Because while there is a short-term high in making a lot of money in the beginning, once that wears off, if you have no purpose and no passion for what you're doing, you're left with absolutely nothing. And that's kind of where I just had a freaking breakdown and just said, I need to change. I need to get out of this situation. Discreet Trading said, Tommy, because yes, he makes more money selling courses. Yeah, I make way more money selling courses, right? You can make a lot more money teaching than actually doing, right? But you can't teach until you actually do, right? I can make $2,000 in a day trading. And then I could go teach 20 people how to do that in the same day and charge them $2,000 each. So yeah, like, stop thinking so small, bro. Jim D asks if I'm coming back to the U.S. Yes, I'm coming back to the U.S. in maybe March. I'm not exactly sure. Really depends on my taxes. Again, guys, iconic.tv/merch. If you want to get these hats, hoodies, t-shirts, these shorts are fucking money. Again, limited quantities available, only 50 each. Let's see if there's any non-trading questions here to answer. Dan Shank asks, what's your next destination after Bali? We're going to Shanghai on October 11th. I can't fucking wait. I've always been excited and interested in going to China. I don't know why really, but I went to Hong Kong. Hong Kong is one of the coolest cities. Like, I could easily live in Hong Kong. And then we did a meetup here in Bali like 3 months ago, and I met someone who lives in Shanghai. She's like this Polish girl. She's like, you gotta check out Shanghai. It's like Hong Kong on steroids. So I'm super interested in checking out Shanghai. We're going there for a month, October 11th through November 9th. And then November 9th through December 9th, we're going to Paris, of which I've never been before. So I'm really excited to, I've been in Bali for the last 6 months, just kind of stagnant, sitting here doing like freaking Hobbit mode, like working on building this business and getting ready to launch this. You know, the best thing about traveling for me is going to a place I've never been and getting that high. Like, you're looking around, you're like, this is so sick. Like, I've never seen this before. And it's like this crazy sensory feeling of euphoria, like exploring new things, right? And that's like, I've been here for almost 5 months and I'm like so fucking over it. And I just got robbed. I had all my camera equipment stolen here in Bali just recently. And there's a lot of fucking thieves in Bali. You know, Bali is fucking dope. But 5 months here, I'm ready to go. Someone asked, what's Bumble like in South Africa? Dating apps suck in South Africa. Not the place to use dating apps. Someone asked, how to make money without money? Very simple. You get on Instagram, you get on YouTube, and you start creating content about what you're passionate about and start understanding how to use and utilize the algorithms on both platforms to get people to find you based off of the content that you're creating. From there, you can create a digital course on what skill set you're trying to leverage. And then you can start selling that course to the fans that you're building through your branding, through your YouTube. There's nothing easier to do than to start a business today by simply leveraging free social media, right? You can also pay for advertising, but one, getting those results is very difficult if you don't have any sort of following on social media. So I really truly believe that you must first build a following, build a fan base organically before you really start to leverage advertising. And what's the easiest sell on advertising? It's retargeting to your fans that you already have. And that's where agencies go immediately. And that's where they get you on the hook in the beginning, is by they look at your fan base, they're like, all right, yeah, let's get some performance. We'll just do a little test run, 30 days, show what we can do. And all they do is go retarget all the leads that you already created for them, right? They don't go out and get cold audience and brand new people to come in. What they do is retarget your audience that you already created organically and get you on the hook. And then once they diminish all that, you eventually fire them. That's what I've seen, and that's what I see in most agencies. They don't, people don't keep clients from agencies for too long. Awesome Supreme Penny Stocks. Hell yeah, man. Yeah, I mean, if you're a day trader and you want to learn how to, create a course, this is it. Someone asked, why IK&K and not iconic? Clearly, the word iconic.com is taken and trademarked. So I had to be clever. As of right now, I don't have any plans for any meetups coming up. really just focusing on getting this course launched. It's like halfway recorded already. It's by far the best course I've ever created. It's the most time I've put into any course creation. And this is after creating courses for the last 10 years. Everything I've learned about creating a good course, I'm putting it into this one so that people can actually replicate what it means to build a course and how to create success stories in your courses, and also how to basically scale and leverage your skill sets, using what you already know and just leveraging that on social media to make $50,000 per month, basically mostly all through organic content. All right, that doesn't mean that advertising is not important. You should be advertising, but it all starts with organic content, building a brand around the things that you love, and doing it on a consistent basis. But anyways, guys, unless you have any further questions, definitely we got a free masterclass coming up. Going to teach you everything about the 8-week program in the Iconic Entrepreneur course, everything from branding, mindset, how to build a course, how to build an automated webinar script, how to automate your entire business and sales process so you don't have to have a bunch of sales team, a bunch of employees, cut all your costs down through automation, how to become an icon on both Instagram and YouTube by creating the content your fans are actually looking for, and then how you take those fans and turn them into happy paying customers. That's what we're going to be teaching at iknk.com. Free masterclass is coming up. And also, get the merch. You heard it here first. Limited quantities. Get fitted. Boom. Right? Start repping the swag. But anyways, guys, thanks for tuning in. I really wanted to clear the air. I'm so sick of getting messages about people asking me if I still day trade anymore. I don't. Again, if you want day trading content, go to the youtube.com/IKNK or if you want to follow the day trading channel on Instagram, it says IKNK Traders. We got amazing content. That company is basically completely ran by my students who are successful in day trading. But me personally, what I'm going to be focusing on teaching and helping people with is entrepreneurship and how to create and sell online courses. This is a big, big industry. I had my success in day trading, but I'm moving on to something bigger and better that I am completely 100% passionate about. This industry is growing to a $325 billion industry by 2025. Student enrollment is going down by 15% next year. People don't want to learn from professors. People want to learn from people who are actually practitioners in what they're doing, right? Just like I was teaching people how to day trade because I was showing that I was actually making money day trading, right? People want to learn how to make money selling online courses and become an online entrepreneur. I'm going to show you guys exactly how I'm making $50,000 to $150,000 per month selling online courses through the strategies that I'm teaching in my online program. If you want to go to college, what are you going to do? You're going to go to school for 4 years, pay $50,000, $100,000 for a bunch of generic bullshit, and 80% of the classes you don't even want to take. Like, what kind of fucked up system is that? In addition, it takes 4 years to go through it. 8 years if you want to go through your MBA and doctorate. So the entire educational system is totally screwed up. The online course industry is where the world is heading, and you can leverage your skill sets by mastering something and teaching an audience how to do that. And you can literally become a millionaire by going through a course like the one that I'm going to be creating, simply by utilizing what you already know and helping others understand that. Now, again, you don't have to be some crazy guru to get started, right? You simply have to know more than the majority of your students, and they will find value in that, right? And you don't get started, you don't become an expert without starting, without doing. And that's the biggest problem that people have, is the limited belief, thinking, I can't do this, or like, people won't pay me, right? And I had all those feelings when I've started all my businesses. But every time and time again, just by simply becoming a practitioner and simply doing it on a consistent basis, that has led to me making millions of dollars from ground zero, simply by creating organic content based on the things that people are wanting to learn how to do, and actually becoming a practitioner of how to do that. If you go to a college class, those people aren't practitioners. All they're doing is regurgitating textbooks, and you're learning bullshit. So anyways, guys, with that being said, thanks for tuning in. Feels great for me to get this off my chest. IKNK.com for our upcoming free masterclass. Be sure to opt in to get the early bird discount. I'm doing a huge discount for a limited quantity of people who first start off in my program. Also, get the merch, iknk.tv/merch. Get fitted, represent, white or black. I don't know where my black one is, you know. If you're ready to take that leap of faith, guys, be brave enough to be you. Know what I'm saying? Boom. All right, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Peace.